Y'all check the Fever ticket prices. It looks like Caitlin Clark's popularity is doing just fine. In fact, I joked about the workout video, but it's going to be like 2 million views by the end of the day because this is all based on basketball. So tickets go on sale, right? And people buy them because they want to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. Workout footage is displayed by the Fever, and people watch it because they want to see Caitlin Clark play basketball, right? That's what all of this is based on, basketball. And that's what her popularity is based on. So the people who are talking about everything else but basketball don't understand it because they're not purchasing tickets. They're not really watching the games. Maybe some of them, but for the most part, by and large, the CNN panels are not at Indiana Fever games. The Carnival Barkers are not at Indiana Fever games or watching other WNBA games. The fans are. The fans are there. And many in the media understand this. Again, right? Like media vets understand this. Those who have been around the game, been around the block, understand this. And I think the prevailing sentiment has actually backed Caitlin Clark in all this. But that came to be more today with some media titans having her back as well, including Stephen A. Smith and Dan Patrick, two of the pioneers of sports media, if you will, the biggest figures in the history of sports media. Here's what Stephen A. had to say in his latest show. Play a clip of that.
Times Athlete of the Year. You see why I said that she should have been on Team USA? You see why I had to go off on the likes of Cheryl Swoops and others who were clearly distant and dismissive of her, no matter how much they try to deny it? There was resentment towards her. And here's why I said it was stupid. Because when she came into the WNBA, for 22 plus years, they had been flying commercial. They were begging for chartered flights. She arrives there, and 2 weeks later, they got chartered flights. She automatically and instantaneously improved the conditions. Attendance is still lagging. WNBA is still losing money compared to what you would hope it would earn, but clearly things are on an upward trending trajectory. It's improving, and she has everything to do with it. Attendance for Indiana Fever games? Are you kidding me? WNBA draft, games on ABC, ESPN, television ratings. She's directly responsible. And people were resenting her for it like she was the cause of the problems that they had for the lack of recognition. No, she just happened to be born white. That's it. Caitlin Clark hasn't spoken against anybody. She hasn't assisted in denying anybody else the privileges they deserve. If anything, she's tried to provide assistance. A rising tide lifts all boats. She's trying to be the rising tide that lifts the boats. And there were sisters resentful of her. Be resentful of the system. Be resentful of the folks, primarily the white folks, who basically disenfranchised y'all all of these years before she came along, who denied you the acclaim and the allure and the profits you richly deserved. But you don't take that out on Caitlin Clark, not her. She's the one that assists you.
So Stephen A. clearly gets it, for the most part. As far as the WNBA as a whole, I mean, I didn't follow it as avidly, so I'm part of that group. I don't. It's not that easy to just sum up either. I don't know, disenfranchised. I'm not sure I agree with that word choice specifically. Are there women who deserved more coverage? Yes. Are there plenty of Black women who deserved more coverage? Yes. Are they getting more coverage now? Yes. That's the main thing. And I think the thing that a lot of people just seem to have a hard time grasping, and even Steven didn't, he's given her credit as a basketball player, but even he didn't touch on it there, is that it wasn't because she was white. It's because there was something different about the way she played that brought in a new audience. Did some people associate with her because they're white? Yes, of course. I'm sure that's part of it. But a lot of guys weren't watching the WNBA, started watching. NBA fans started watching. It's her game. That's exciting. And then you get to appreciate the other women who you didn't see before, who have, great abilities as well. And then there was Dan Patrick, who had this to say about Caitlin Clark.
WNBA commissioner who suggested that the entire WNBA should have been on the cover of the Time magazine honor for Caitlin Clark, Marvin?
It was the owner of the Washington Mystics.
Oh, okay. Yep. So I don't know who this person is, but felt like if you're going to celebrate the WNBA, why not celebrate it with everybody in the WNBA or some of the bigger stars and Caitlin Clark? But if you're Times Person of the Year, it's not the People of the Year. It was a Person of the Year. Can't we just acknowledge Caitlin Clark changed the WNBA? That's it. It's okay. You want to throw in Angel Reese. You want to throw the memory of Cheryl Miller or Cynthia Cooper. Like, it's a win. We got to just, this is a unique moment. Caitlin Clark did for the WNBA what Wayne Gretzky did for the NHL when he went to the LA Kings. It's okay. Take a victory lap. You don't have to go, oh my God, these people are mad, or this person's mad, or this group is mad. Caitlin Clark changed the WNBA. It's okay. It's okay to say that. You're not diminishing what the founding, fathers of the WNBA did. You're not. She's the Time Person of the Year. That's all. The league won. But every time we think there's a win, there's somebody who brings something else up. And it's unfortunate. It's like when Tiger joined the PGA Tour. Did we say, oh, Time's, Man of the Year? Well, you can't have Tiger on there. We have to have everybody on there. Enjoy the coverage. It's a win. Stop making excuses for Caitlin Clark's greatness.
I mean, that about does it. Comments were spot on. No one was like, elevate Fred Couples, not just Tiger Woods. And stop making excuses for Caitlin Clark's greatness. Exactly. On, off the floor. She's great. She changed the sport. Anyone with a brain can see that. Why are your feelings hurt? Why is anyone's feelings hurt? Why are we still doing this song and dance when the music stopped in September? My goodness. I'm not even worked up about it really anymore. Like, it's passing. And again, I think most of it is noise, but it's at least nice to see some logic rise to the top, some rational thought rise to the top. So I thought I would showcase it because I know many of you are going to like it whenever anyone has Caitlin Clark's back.